injured here. 3v3 Argus Desert Gate blue team. We have Boris as a mech boy, teleporting commander, fights range, puts out some nice damage, can also disrupt, support, put up structures and repair, but he's not the toughest orc. NoisyElmo alongside is an Apothecary, support commander, fights melee by default, has a target heal and a health regeneration aura. Floid is a Hive Tyrant, rounding out blue team. Big stompy commander, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, very durable, fights melee to start off, good offense and support. Red team, we have two Warp Spider Exarchs, this is SWAT, and we have Soom, teleporting commanders, fight range to start off, good at capping, harassing and great crowd control later on. Gote rounds out red team as a plague champion, starts off range combat, has fantastic damage potential and utility, can put up structures and repair. Lacks mobility though, up against Boris on this west side. Quite a narrow western lane, good for setup teams I think. We have Goats going for double heretics and double shooters from Boris. Floyd's favoured opening of double termagants into spore mines. NoisyElmo with some tactical marines, blood ravens getting a run out. 496, 500. Triple guardians for Soom, SWATs with some howling banshees. Warp Spider Exarch teleporting in, tying up these tactical marines, allowing the banshees to close in, trying to finish off the Apothecary. Saved by spore mines. Apothecary so easy to pressure early on, especially when you have howling banshees. Hive Tyrant now making his presence known, pushing against these lines on the east. Already battle equipment on these Guardians. Nice grenade, didn't seem to do a lot of damage. I think it was blocked by cover. Guardians got in the building there as well. Boris has already lost some sluggers I see. Really nice special attack from the Hive Tyrant and almost finishes off a squad on retreat. Shuriken Cannon already on the field for SWATs, but blue team should be able to cap the east side, albeit momentarily. 489, 500 from Noggle Worship. We have double grenade launcher heretics for Gote. These shooters are going to have a really hard time dealing with that. Mech boy, yes, we do see electric armor. Boris loves to use this thing, as you can see, gives the mech boy a grenade icon. The generic marker for AoE damage doesn't necessarily mean that a unit can actually throw grenades. Forcing off the heretics with it. He's now drained of energy though. Still going after the heretics, does decent damage with that default shooter of his and forces them off with 3 models. Blue team not capping the east side. 476, 500. Here comes the Shuriken. Gonna need to deal with this quickly. NoisyElmo with double tactical marines, heavy range infantry, very solid tier 1 base. Pomegranat's forced off, and triple shurikens for red team on this east side. We're going to need perhaps the extended carapace, assault marines, all sorts of anti-setup team stuff. Apothecary is now on this west side to help out Boris. He has his master crafted bolter, allows him to sit back and support those double tacks. They are of course on the east side though. And he's going to lose his Apothecary if he's not careful, and does lose him. Not paying attention to the west side. Too busy falling back his marines. 470, 500. Red team looking quite strong on this east side, then have pushed their shurikens up. Might put one in the building perhaps. 464, 500, a 2-to-1 cap for red now hitting power. Guardian's not the best at hitting power though, as you can see. Sluggers in combat with Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines no slouch though in melee, and they might finish these sluggers off, and I think they will. Yes, down they go. Havoc's finishing them off I think in retreat. Setup team that suppress with a heavy bolt of Goats, using them to lock down this west side. As you can see there, Mech Boy can teleport in and force melee on them. He's now teleporting in to electric armor the crap out of these heretics. Really nicely timed heal though by Gote with mucus discharge. 427, 500, a double cap for red, and double Nurgle Worship here. Nurgle Worship doesn't stack, but he is able to get Noga worship on both the heretics since they cannot worship themselves. 415, 500. Blue team completely losing this power on the east side. And we have Raveners for Floid with enhanced muscle coil. Really nice for countering setup teams. You can put the Raveners on the furthest setup team and then charge the closest one. When these guys pop up with enhanced muscle coil, they actually stun units. Does he have extended carapace? No. But we do have assault marines for NoisyElmo. These tactical marines just about getting away with 5 hit points. Wow. Gote doing really well to hold off 2 players here. But he is eventually forced to retreat. Can the assault marines get another loss off these CSM? They can. And here come double shooter boys. And they've been fully upgraded with the big shooters and knob leader. No, they haven't. Just knob leaders. And more sluggers for Boris, replacing the sluggers that he lost. 381, 500. Here come Howling Banshees. This is SWAT coming over to help out. Fantastic mobility, of course, from these Warp Spiders. They can teleport from east to west very quickly. 371, 500. There's electric armor again. Howling Banshees moving in. There's Washout. Assault Marines need to be quite careful here. Looks like the Banshees forcing down sluggers though. And sluggers are going to wipe. And they do wipe. Assault Marines doing well, forcing off the Banshees. Can we see some grenades here? Perhaps. This is Soom. There is one really nicely hit on his Assault Marines. Are we going to see another to finish them off? There it is, but the Assault Marines jump away and get a heal in mid-air from the Apothecary. Very close. If that grenade hit, I think they would have been wiped. East side is red. Floyd's Hive Tyrant doing a fantastic job. SWAT has lost both of his shurikens. What the heck happened? He does have the extended carapace. Really nice armor for the Hive Tyrant, I think. 200 health buff and that fantastic charge. The charge actually does damage as well. Hormagaun's going to get hit by the Autarch. Lost 2 models, I believe. Sub-commander for Eldar, really quick on her feet. Can jump around the map, tying stuff up and supporting with her passive AoE buff. SWAT looking very thin, getting another shuriken. Red team are already tier 2 though. Blue team taking that big power harass, are behind in tech. Boris does go tier 2 though. NoisyElmo with a very solid and heavy tier 1 double tax assault marines. Nothing for his scouts, but he did get that master crafted bolter. Surprised we didn't see Rending Talons for the Hive Tyrant. Would have been really nice versus all of these Guardians and all of this Eldar after charging in, I think. Most likely gonna go for the Crushing Claw in tier 2. 2-to-1 cap for blue. Losing this east side now though. Gote setting up his Havocs. Plague Champion Kate taking that western power. Hive Tyrant taking a lot of damage here. 272, 490 there. You see a brood nest up to support this stuff. Raveners are going to burrow strike on all of this stuff, and all of this stuff's going to be knocked flying and stunned. There we go. I'm not sure if he can hold against this. Those Howling Banshees taking down the brood nest. They have their Exarch and she has her spear. We see a single scout here for NoisyElmo, forced to retreat, and a full retreat from blue team. They might lose their power again. As you can see there though, Floyd getting a crippling poison on those Banshees before he retreated, saving these Raveners who just about get away with 2 models. Here come Assault Marines. NoisyElmo pushing back, wants to save this power. Double Havocs for Gote. No. He just lose his Havocs? That was weird. He has some Bloodletters on the way. Boris already has a Weird Boy. Sub-commander for Orks, good at dealing with clumps of infantry. Has some support as well on Assault Marines jumping in. Apothecary has gone down again, but that's no problem. We'll be able to be revived quite easily by the Hive Tyrant. Watcher Exarch's going to go down for Soom. Not paying attention momentarily and goes down. Has Warlock leaders on both of his Guardians. And battle equipment, making them into a really nice unit if you can micro their positioning well with Fleet. Pulling back to the Shuriken, which is just going to get jumped. Yes, Assault Marines already with their sergeant jumping into the face of another shuriken. They don't have the energy to jump again, and here come Banshees. Apothecary back on his feet. Assault Marines running away. He doesn't have the energy to put out a heal right now. He has sergeants on both of his tactical marines. And are they both level 2? They are. 245, 477, a 2-to-1 cap for red. Boris pushed all the way back on his side. There's a foot of Gote wiping those havocs. Wow. Weird Boy kicking some serious ass. We have Plague Fist and Mucus Discharge. Plague Champion is level 3 already. Mech Boy is also level 3. Level 2 Apothecary has improved medical equipment, also getting armor of the Apothecary, so he's going to be able to really sit back and support this ranged infantry now. Don't see any war gear for the Warp Spiders. One is down though. Hive Tyrant taking tons of damage, gets a heal from the Apothecary, and he's able to retreat after that. Wraith Guard being tied up by the Apothecary. Short range artillery unit, very dangerous versus all targets if you let them fire. Poor in melee though. Grenade goes in. Brood Nest up from Floid. On this map I usually like to put my Brood Nest here behind this wall, gives it some cover. 2, 3, 4, 4, 7, 7. And we have double shurikens again from SWAT. He's now getting a falcon as well. Apothecary went down. Here come Assault Marines jumping in. Grenade. And Apothecary back up. Larimer's Blessing getting him back to his feet. A global ability of the Apothecary. Assault Marines jumping the hell away as soon as they spotted those Howling Banshees there. Zone Throat on the field from Floid. In fact, double Zone Throats, which he likes to use. Artillery unit for Tyranids. Don't need to set up and don't do friendly fire. Boris having a torrid time on the west side. 230, 477. Gote's now coming into the center, and he's put up Plague of Undeath here for some reason. He has some zombie Hormagaunts now because of that. Global ability of the Plague Champion. All infantry that dies while it's active, turn it into zombies for you. Can be really powerful in a big engagement, but this wasn't a especially big engagement, so I'm not sure why he used it. Might have been a misclick or keystroke. Might have wanted to use Noxious Cloud. 230, 477. Bloodletters in retreat with 3 models. And Floyd comes mid to cap stuff up. You might see him push towards the southern VP. In fact, we have Termagants here to decap it. Warp Spider trying to take down this Brood Nest. Apothecary with crazy amounts of energy now because of this improved medical equipment. Warp Spider Exarch trying to revive his fellow Warp Spider Exarch. I think he's forced to retreat though. And Tactical Marines do not force melee, but there's the Hive Tyrant with his charge, and this is a dead Warp Spider Exarch. Nicely done by Floyd. Wraith Guard getting shots off on the Zone Throat. Don't want too many of those volleys getting in. The Hive Tyrant now cannot charge the Shuriken though. And the Assault Marines jump the Wraith Guard. 2 Shurikens in their face. They're going to be forced to pull back. And they get a heal to save them. There we see a Falcon. Really nice support vehicle for Eldar. Decent offense and allows you to reinforce all of your infantry. Nice grenade on those Assault Marines. They're forced to retreat. Really nicely done from Soom. And another retreat grenade. Only takes 1 model though. 230, 416. Here come Banshees. Wash out and then they run away. Tax get a heal. They shall know no fear is up on them. That Shuriken just get wiped by a Zone Throat? I think it did. Banshees kicking some Ravener's arse. He should make these guys ranged, I think. 230, 403. Massive firefight on this east side. We see a las cannon getting shots off on that Falcon. Whoever this is, SWAT is not paying attention. There's a foot of Gote. Bang! Almost finished the Falcon off. Sluggers have got in onto this Shuriken. Here comes Boris to help out. A really nice assist. Look at this Eldar fleeing in terror. Banshee's wiped. Falcon goes down. And these sluggers kicking some ass. Level 2 have a knob leader. Really nice assist from Boris. Wraith Guard fleeing with one model remaining, lost their Warlock leader as well, and a 2-to-1 cap for blue. NoisyElmo's lost his scouts. He has tons of red, look at this. Grenades going in, missing everything. Ouch! Sluggers took a big grenade there, very nicely done from Soom. And now they retreat. 230, 372. Avatar of Cain on the field for Soom. Super unit for Eldar, powerful in melee, also gives off a passive AoE buff. And Shooter Boys run the hell away. Meanwhile, Gote, capping up the west side again, has some Plague Marines and goes tier 3. Crushing Claw on the Hive Tyrant now. The most ridiculous melee weapon in the game. 108 DPS of heavy melee. 230, 372. Ravenous chasing these Plague Marines, still in their melee state. And chasing them all the way back to base here. Comes the Plague Champion, they need to be careful. And they're going to try and decap. Plague Champion, does he have an armor upgrade? He does have Armor of Pestilence, so he's very tough and very slow. Both Warp Spiders still down. Gene Stealer's now on the way for Floid. And some looters for Boris. He has those sluggers that you saw. Avatar now under fire. Was that a last cannon hit? No, I think it was a melter bomb from the Assault Marines snaring the Avatar there. Has super heavy infantry armor but does behave like a vehicle since it's such a large target. 213, 372. No taken down. It's actually classed as a monstrous creature by the game. 211, 372, 2-to-1 cap for red. And blue team are losing its power to Warp Spiders and Guardians. Floid now coming in, and now they can push. And we have beamy Death Gun looters. Avatar backing off, red team pulling back to the VP. Plague Champions over here now. Wants to join in the fun on the east side. Here comes the Hive Tyrant using the bonded exoskeleton invulnerability, and there's a Noxious Cloud. And there's a Wailing Doom. Gonna hit those Termagants and almost wipes them. Noxious Cloud, is it gonna settle over the zone throats, forcing them off? They have those shields up. And Avatar taking tons of damage, getting las cannon hits, getting beamy Death Gun hits, and double tax. And there's an Eldritch Storm on that blob that's going to be devastating. And Angels of Death used just in time. Epic, epic stuff. Very, very quick thinking from NoisyElmo. That's a global ability of the Apothecary. Saved his army there. That might have wiped both of those tax squads. Avatar's going to go down. Gene Stealer's now on him with their power melee. And down he goes. He will explode on death, which knocks back infantry. I don't think it does damage though. Knocked the Gene Stealers around, didn't see any damage done. Sluggers need to run away here for Boris. Or not. Yes they do, there's a Fire Prism from Soom. Crazy, crazy engagement on the east side. Whoever dropped that Eldritch Storm must be kicking themselves. Apothecary completely negating all of that damage with Angels of Death. We have Chaos pushing mid, Marco Zinc CSM with their Aspiring Champion Heretics, and Bloodletters capping Blue's natural Demon Infantry with Hellblades. Good damage versus all targets. 158, 369. Blue team take the east side, 1-to-1 cap, and now they're pushing Red's power. Fire Prism taken down. Soom not paying attention there. Gene Stealers infiltrated since they've been idle. Really, really powerful melee unit, even more powerful if you can get melee synapse near them. 158, 369, Hive Tyrant breaking stuff down in the center of the map. He's going to cap the VP back, I think, yes. And a full retreat from Gote. Blue team being a bit more fluid and a bit better supporting each other so far, I think. Shuriken is setting up, will suppress these Termagants and then take big shots from the zone throats. Gene Stealers getting in and take it down. Now going after the Wraith God, have taken down the Warlock. These Wraith God now stunned. These Gene Stealers kicking some serious ass, and Zone Throat's wiping those Warp Spiders, I think. Or did they get away? They did get away just about. Singularity went off from the D cannon, which is now in retreat. Another D cannon also for SWAT. In fact, he has two. Really long range artillery. Gene said is decapping the power, did not lose a model. Plague Champion on capping duty, level 4, very nearly level 5. Mech Boy level 3 has the Mega Rumbler and Custom Force Field. Will we see some crazy rocks action? How much red does he have? He does have enough to drop a rocks. Floyd has enough to drop a Tyranids formation as well once he gets tier 3. Gote has Great Unclean One on the way. Plasma cannon set up here from NoisyElmo artillery unit with huge range, as you can see. Sluggers now level 3. Shooters both level 4. What about these tacks? Yes, level 4. Assault Marines nearly level 4. Jumping on the wall, taking it down. Nicely done, NoisyElmo. Hanging back with his level 4 Apothecary. Zap put down on those heretics, and they are forced to run away. 158, 317. Assault Marines now decapping. Here come double Guardians. Will we see a grenade? Nope. Embolden used, boosting their damage. D cannon now setting up. East is blue. Some action though. Guardians trying to hold it versus double zone. It's not going to work. Raveners do have their Devourers now, so they are now a ranged unit. Still retain their melee effectiveness though. Hive Tyrant moving in. Taking big shots from the D cannons. And he's being aggressive here, pushing against these artillery pieces. 158, 296. Raveners survived the singularity. These guys are level 2. Here come Soom to support. Grenades going in. And they hit the Hive Tyrant who just walks through it. 158, 287. What the heck was that? Something flew off the screen. Weird Boy level 2, very nearly level 3, has 1300 hit points. And NoisyElmo now has level 4 Assault Marines. Look at this infantry force he has. Plasma guns on both his tacks. Here is the Great Unclean One for Gote. Super unit for Chaos. Hugely tough and powerful in melee. Has some worship support here as well. Using Foul Snare on the Mech Boy, stunning him and dragging him closer. Sluggers don't want to be in this fight. There's a cloud of flies. He's going to lose these guys. Has forgotten about them or something. Now they retreat. But he's not going to make it. Oops, says Boris. Avatar of Cain, number 2 on the way for Soom. 158, 254 is a 2-to-1 cap for blue. Can they hold on after a torrid opening? Chaos Predator now on the way for Gote. Swarmlord on the way for Floid. Double Plasma Devs for NoisyElmo, electing not to go tier 3, which is usually where all Space Marine players get to as soon as they can. Commandos on the way for Boris. He has knobs on the field. Getting at you jammers. Already have Mina and Greener. And there's Foot of Gore. Boom! Absolutely decimating those Guardians. Ouch. Warp Spiders in there as well. That was nasty. Singularity misses everything. Breaks some scenery though. 158, 224. You see how powerful Foot of Gore can be if you hit it right. Floyd wants his team to wait for the Swarmlord before they push mid. You have a Nurgle worshipped Great Unclean One to deal with. They do have a lot of firepower though. Great Unclean One is super heavy infantry, so these double level 4 plasma tactical marines will be very useful. Here are the commandos infiltrated from Boris. Really nice destruction and DPS from these guys. 158, 206. D cannon is going to take a shot at something. No, it's a singularity, I think. Yes, it's dragged the knobs in. Didn't do a great deal of damage though. And there is Love the Dagger on the D cannon, forcing it off along with a burner bomb there. Here is the Avatar for Soon. Red team looking thin, but they do have 2 super units on the field. Wraith Guard using Wraithbone. Here is Chaos Predator, Mark of Khorne. boosting the damage of the autocannon. And here comes the Swarm Lord and the Hive Tyrant going after the Avatar, the Swarm Lord super unit for Tyranids, monstrous creature with vehicle armor. And there's an Eldritch Storm, and again Angels of Death saving all of NoisyElmo's stuff. Really nice Apothecary play. And this Avatar taking all sorts of damage. Swarm Lord giving you a speed buff synapse and a reinforcement synapse for Tyranids. Knobs working on a Great Unclean One. That's not a fight that the big fella wants to really get into. There's Cloud of Flies. Plague Champion now helping out with Pestilent Strike. Here come Bloodletters. And all of this stuff is supported by Worship as well. There's a Noxious Cloud. Huge engagement in the center of the map. Hive Tyrant chasing off the Avatar. Great Unclean One's in big trouble, chased by full momentum Knobs. And this is a dead Great Unclean One surely. 158, 153 VPs evened up by blue team, now starting to take a lead. Great Unclean One getting away here, still has 300 hit points. And a very nice grenade on those Knobs. Boris might lose these guys there. Is frenzy and they should use it to escape. Trying to formation by Floid. And it looks like it's not going to hit anything. Did force off those double D cannons though. Gene Stealer's hanging back. East is all blue pretty much. And red team forced off the center. Cannot deal with the amount of stuff blue team have. We have Plasma Cannon middle, Plasma Cannon east, and Plague of Undeath has gone down again from the Plague Champion. Chaos Predator just about getting away. Don't think he's gonna. If he stops, Weird Boy gets, no, doesn't get hit. Don't show your rear armor or you're dead, and it shows the rear armor and is dead. Red team hanging onto their natural though. Beamy Looters on capping duty. Here come Gene Stealers. They now have their Rending Claws, giving them some crazy heavy melee damage. Fire Prism on the field. This is SWATs. Gote looking very thin, has Heretics and Bloodletters. Has a very nice Plague Champion though, level 6 this guy. Avatar still alive for Soom. In between the two bases, getting double the regen. Warp Spider Exarchs unable to cap against this Plasma Cannon. Has no war gear. Phase armor for Soom, and there is phase shift and attacks in retreat now. Plague Champion coming after them. He's very nearly level 7, and there's an Autok drop. Attacks pushed back by the Autok drop herself, but not hit by a grenade, I don't think. A very popular tactic to use with phase armor, by timing when it ends you can drop an AoE bomb. I think it's 5 seconds it lasts for. Gene Stealer's going after the Fire Prism, doing some scary damage with those Rending Claws. Cannot get rear armor hits though, and are forced off. And they're going to take a big Wrath of Cain from the Avatar. He's going to lose his squad, I think. Taking big hits from the Guardians, but they do get away. Swarm Lord has been a terror for Floyd. Now has a Thornback Carnifex, making it into a very scary melee monstrous creature. If this thing starts leveling, it can go way above 2,000 hit points. Swarm Lord using Leech Essence to escape there. And we're going to see over there, and there's a Mega Rumbler, and we're going to see a Rocks onto the Avatar's head. And it might finish off the Fire Prism, and does. Ouch. 142. 79. Boris really kicking ass with that combo. Double cap for blue, and surely this is blue's game now. Another Great Unclean One though for Gote. 142, 65. Warp Spider Exarchs went down on the east side. NoisyElmo doing a stellar job preserving all of his infantry apart from those scouts, of course. Has a las cannon here, getting shots on the Avatar. Here come Knobs for Boris. What level are these guys? Brand new, level 1. Wailing Doom is going to hit those Gene Stealers really hard. Ouch. And they are retreated by Floyd immediately. Beamy Death Gun Looters setting up. Can they get a hit? They can. Does not snare like a las cannon, but does a lot of damage. Knobs now going after the avatar. There is phase shift, and it saves the avatar because they have now retreated. Here comes the Plague Champion. But away they go. And the Singularity hits the Plague Champion himself. This is the second Great Unclean one for Gote. 142.25, still a 2-1 for blue. Noxious Cloud now. I think Floid has spotted it, is backing off. This avatar's lost a lot of health and he's still pushing. I suppose red team have to at this point. 18 VPs remaining. Can they take this east side? Warp Spider Exarch is reviving his fellow Warp Spider Exarch. Hive Tyrant level 8 has Warp Field now as well. Plague Champion in there, level 7. Autarch dropped on these shooters, misses them all. 1, 4, 2 and 5. Avatar gets a Wedding Doom, but he's very close to going down. Plasma Devs get a big hit on the Great Unclean one. Weird Boy getting a shot on the Shuriken. Red team are taking blue's natural and they are taking the east side. Can they get a triple here? Gene Stealers are going to turn on the Warp Spider Exarch, who's going to die very, very quickly, but did finish the cap. And red team have a triple. 1, 2, 3, 5. Great Unclean one goes down. It's going to explode and none of these things are moving. There's the triple cap still. It's going to explode. They've got to move. Boom! Wipes those knobs. Unbelievable damage. Wipes the Hive Tyrant. And 2 tack squads, I think. That was crazy. 94.5. Why did they not move? Boris's mech boy using Mega Rumbler to disrupt all of this stuff, but goes down. Carnifex and Swarmlord charging in. NoisyElmo going tier 3 very, very late, so cannot get terminated as Gote with just Bloodletters. It is now a 1-1 cap. Blue team just need to take their natural back and they've won this. Autarch dropped in but is getting owned, has full auto on her, and Sky leaps away again. Floyd being aggressive with his monstrous creatures, Swarmlord and Carnifex. Another avatar on the way for SWAT. Soom's avatar survived, and the Autarch drop is not deterring the Hive Tyrant, but phase shift does stop caps. But here comes the Apothecary to take it up again. D-cannon forced off by those huge Tyranid creatures. And I think the Apothecary is going to take the north, and that's going to be it for blue team. Gene Stealers are guarding the east side, but there is a Noxious Cloud and they are wiped. 86.5. Terminator's coming in from NoisyElmo, and the east side is decapped. Blue did take their natural back, but now reds are going to lose their natural, and that should be it surely for the red team, because blue are going to get a single. And there's the victory. Epic, epic stuff. Amount of avatars and great unclean ones, and some crazy, crazy Mega Rumbler into rocks from Boris. And that great unclean one explosion, you see the remnants of it here, was the most epic one I've ever seen, wiping knobs, Hive Tyrant and double tax, and I think maybe even Assault Marines. That was crazy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.